Hello parents, step-parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and anyone else that plays a part in our students' lives. I'm Mrs. Cecil. While I wish we were able to meet face-to-face, I hope that this video still gives you a brief introduction of myself as well as some course information. But if you have any questions at the end that I didn't answer, please feel free to email me. And then I also hope it's a little bit more convenient for you because you can do it on your own time. Okay, so this is calculus and or IB Math 12. So some of your students are in the IB course, some are in the calculus course. These are run really similar, so I just decided to do this video together. But then if you have anything specific about IB or AP or dual credit or anything specific, please feel free to email me. I'm going to go over just a little bit of the differences here briefly. Okay, so some IB general information. So the fee for the test is $119 and it'll be due mid-October. Scores are given 1 through 7, and then because they take this class as an IB class, they get a 1-point weight if they're enrolled in IB, and they have to complete their IA, so that big paper, as well as the exams in May. The exams are called papers, and then the actual paper that they write is called an internal assessment. So confusing, I know. And so those will be early May, and this is just a little bit of information about that. The internal assessment, that's their paper. The rough draft is usually done junior year, but because of school shutting down in March, they were not able to complete that. So I'm going to take their rough draft on the 30th, and then their final draft will be due right before Christmas break. Okay, so pause if you need to look over that anymore, and it's there. And it's also linked in Schoology as well. Okay, AP. So some of the students will want to take this as an AP course and take the AP exam. So if they sit for the AP exam in May, then they will also get a 1-point weight for their high school grade. So that date is May 4th, and the cost for that test is $95, and that will be collected in October as well. We'll have different people helping us, like Ms. Metzler with the IB, and then maybe Ms. Farron with the AP, getting those fees and everything, and I'll make sure to communicate those as well. Okay, then the final thing is they could decide to take this as a dual credit class and get calculus college credit. And if that's the case, the application is actually due really soon, so on the 11th, and then I will give you the link for that as well. Tuition assistance, that's due on the 14th. This is a 4-hour calculus class, and it's $98.27 a credit hour, so it'll be $393.08 total. The payment is due to UMKC on the 10th of October. If you want to do a payment plan, they break it into 3 payments, so October, November, December on the 10th of each month. So something to note, the deadline for the refund is on October 12th, so we don't have a lot of school before that, so it's really hard to decide, and I don't know why they do that. We have to enroll now, even though the students don't actually get their grade until the spring, but for some reason they make us do it now. You can get a 50% refund on the 26th, and then if you want to withdraw at all, you have till the 9th, but that would be without any refund. Okay, and so this is the website where the application is. So pause it and write that down so students can apply there. I do ask that they forward me their confirmation email, so they'll get an email back from UMKC that says, thank you for applying to UMKC. So I ask the students to forward that to me, so then that's my check that they have completed that on time. Okay, so I want to jump into Schoology now because that's where their content is going to be delivered. Another thing I want to note actually is that the syllabus for the course will be listed here. So if you go to the LSHS homepage and go to course syllabi, you can find the syllabus there, and I believe it's by teacher. Okay, so again, this course is calculus, but it is the same setup as the IB course, which is over here. As we get going, we will be going a little bit faster in the IB course because they went through a little bit more than they did in pre-calculus. So we will be going a little bit faster, but as far as just getting everything set up, it's all the same right now. Okay, so I want to try to make this easy for students. So I have these buttons up top. So when they come in, and theirs will look a little bit different because this is a teacher view. So you have weekly instructions. That's what they're going to want to click on. That will tell them what we do for the week. So we will be doing Google Meets frequently, not every single day, but I would say 2 to 3 times per week. It'll be during their course hour because they will have a virtual course schedule. I also will be taking attendance, and so certain things every day I'm going to use as an attendance check so I can put that into PowerSchool. So for Tuesday, the first one is this attendance check. Will be just joining the Google Meet. That way we can introduce ourselves and start getting to know each other. And then they have all of this. We're going to go through Schoology. Then everything that they have to do is linked. So it says set up Pearson. So all our homework is going to be through, well, I shouldn't say all, most of our homework is going to be through Pearson My Math Lab. It's an online platform. It's where they'll get the book as well. So online books, online homework through Pearson. And if they should be used to it from pre-calc and IB math. That's how they did their homework last year. The nice thing about it is there's lots of resources in there and actually lots of chances to fix their mistakes. We're going to do a practice assignment, and that'll be due at 8, and that's a.m. on Thursday. And really all that is just they're getting used to how to do homework in Pearson. Okay, and then I have Wednesday, Thursday. So the first thing we're going to do is a pre-assessment, so just some basic algebra stuff to see what they remember, what they need to work on. And they have to take their tests through a Google Meet. And this is just to help me watch the students take their test, make sure they're not using any outside resources like their phone, that they're actually really testing and showing me what they know. So they'll log into the Meet to take their test, and I'll just want to see their workspace. And so that will be the attendance check on Thursday, and then we're going to go over those pre-assessments on Friday in another Google Meet. Okay, so this will be updated weekly. Okay, there is course information where I have my syllabus here as well. They're going to take a little syllabus quiz just so I know that they looked over it. This is the first unit or chapter, or first thing we're going to do is this back to basics. This is where they'll find their pretest as well as practice over ones they don't understand, their Pearson login. Here's the Google Meet link. So anytime we have a Google Meet, they just click there to join, and then the UMKC application if they're going to do this for dual credit. And then another thing that I have set up for them, so here's a little navigation video for the students so they know where all their things are in the course. So I'll have them watch that as well. But then I have this virtual classroom that has all our important links on it. So the students are going to fill these out, and they'll click on, if they're in IB math, they'll click, if they're in calculus, they'll click here. And these are just Google Slides for them to introduce themselves to me and to their fellow classmates. So they'll all be seeing that. But then I also have a form for them to fill out. It's just some introduction stuff, but that's only for me to see. So if there's things that I need to know that they're not comfortable sharing with the class, they can do that there. Here is our schedule. So if they're in IB 6th hour, this is the time they will attend if we have a Google Meet. If they're in Calculus 7th hour, this is the time they'll attend if we have a Google Meet. This is a Google form check-in. It's about kind of their state of mind. I think that's important right now with everything that's been going on with this pandemic and everything else. And so I'll be having them fill that out a couple times a week probably. We have Schoology tips and tricks. This UMKC info, here's those linked here are those pages on just the IB general info, the AP general info. We have our virtual learning handbook. And then something that I want to bring to your attention is this parental advisory Schoology access. So this is how you can get access to Schoology. And so your students will have access to this as soon as the course opens, so you can view it from their class and then get signed up, so you have access as well. The nice thing about that is you only have to do that for one teacher, and then all their classes will show up. And some of you might already have access from last year. I believe that will still work. And then you'll have access to this virtual classroom as well. And then if you click, then this just tells you what the buttons key, what every button means, what every button has there. So you have that as well. Okay, so some general things. Their tests will be given in a Google Meet, but through Schoology. And tests are 75% of their grade. Homework is 15%, and then projects are 10%. So if they're an IB student, in that project category will be their IA. And then what they need for supplies. So a big thing is they need a stylus, because while we're virtual learning, they're going to need to write on their Chromebook, so I can grade them for their work. So they need a stylus. I'll be sending out a link to the students where they can sign up to get one if they don't already have one. They're $18, and it'll take a couple weeks to get here, so in the meantime they can use their finger, or I heard if you wet the tip of a Q-tip just slightly, that works. So that might work until they are able to get their stylus. If there is an issue with buying the stylus, the $18, please let me know. We will have just a couple available that we can check out to students like to loan for the year. So send me an email if you would like that option. Otherwise, then just sign up to get one through the school, $18. They obviously need their Chromebook. And then another thing is the calculators. So I have it on here on this as well. They have this graphing calculator extension through their Chromebook. So if they don't own a graphing calculator, they can get an extension on their Chromebook that they can use when it's allowed in the class. So some tests it'll be allowed and others it will not. But they are nice to have because they will need them actually for the IB exam as well. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it. The students have access to a Schoology calendar that will help them keep track as well. But the weekly instructions are the main part. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate again to ask. And if your student has any questions, please just have them email me. We're in this together. We're going to do the best that we can virtually, and I think it's going to be a lot better than the spring. I'm really excited for this class. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Thank you.